Alright, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are once again going to be talking about the Steelers quarterback situation. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. Also, let's get a shout out to the members. If you guys would like to support me and this channel more, be sure to hit that join button down in the description below. And let me tell you guys, yesterday it felt like the end of the world, right? It was like Justin Fields is getting benched, Russell Wilson is coming in, and we are going to talk about that in 1 second, but I am going to relate it to a situation that just happened to me this morning. If you guys have been on the channel for a little bit, if you've been watching my videos, I typically have a beard. I messed up shaving today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to like shave it down a little bit. I fucked up one side and I just said, you know, full send. I just cut them both off, both the things off. So now I just have this stupid little goatee chin strap thing. It's not even a chin strap, this goatee thing. And now I feel like this looks uneven too. This is what we call the end of the world, right? Like, this is what I am going through right now. I apologize to my girlfriend if this looks bad. I apologize to the viewers out there if this looks bad. But this, like, what I felt when I noticed, like, oh, it's uneven, that was the end of the world. That was like doom and gloom. That was like, oh man, this sucks. Like, I hate my life. I hate the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like. And relating it back to yesterday, I didn't have those feelings. You know what I'm saying? I like Justin Fields. I've been a fan of Justin Fields. I'm very supportive of Justin Fields. But it just didn't feel like I fucked up my beard. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys can relate it out there, let me know down in the comments. But it didn't feel like, oh, I just dropped the eggs after I just bought groceries, you know? It didn't feel like, oh, I left the milk out all night and now I have no milk. It didn't feel like that. It felt like that, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I felt what that felt like that I was thinking back, like, oh, okay, I guess it's not the end of the world here. And so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're going to start it off with, I don't think Mike Tomlin exactly paraphrased. I don't think he exactly said, hey, Russell Wilson is going to start. Now, he did say that he has a chance to start. He did say he maybe would play some. He did say he was going to get the first team reps. And what happens when you get the first team reps? You're pretty much a first team player, right? And so everything is alluding to Russell Wilson starting. But as of today, October 16th, he hasn't exactly named a starter yet, and so we could see packages with them both out there. We could see Justin Fields still be out there. This could all be a smokescreen against the Jets, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of like gas them up or whatever, just to kind of confuse them. All things could be true, right? But if we're assuming that Russell Wilson is going to be the starter, while it is unfortunate to Justin Fields, and I'm going to talk about how unfortunate it is, while it is a bit weird to just do this to this team, it isn't the end of the world, and at the end of the day, I bleed black and gold. I bleed black and yellow. I'm going to support this team no matter what. I'm going to support this team no matter who the quarterback is. But at the same time, too, I can also say that it might be a mistake to switch out quarterbacks at this point in the season. Now, as of right now, and this is what I'm thinking about it. Like, this is no, you know, no real stats because Russell Wilson hasn't played, and I'm not going back to the Denver year again. I've already done that. I did that when I was hyping up Russell Wilson to be the day one starter. I already talked about the Denver year. I feel like he played a lot better than what people gave him credit for, but it's still not like this Super Bowl playoff Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson is, you know, at one point, his early career is probably going to carry him there, but it didn't feel like this guy was a game-changing quarterback in Denver, which is why they got rid of him, especially because of the high price tag, right? And I don't want to bring Russell Wilson down either in order to lift up Justin Fields because I love both of these guys and both of them are going to be my quarterbacks. I still do believe Russell Wilson is good enough. I still do believe that throwing the ball, right? Throwing the ball, which is, I guess, a quarterback's job. Throwing the ball. Russell Wilson is probably better than Justin Fields at this point, right? But now you factor in, okay, Justin Fields, though, is literally carrying the team with his legs half the time. Because our offensive line isn't necessarily where it should be, because our running game isn't necessarily where it should be, Justin Fields is left to improvise a lot. And, you know, can Russell Wilson mask that? I'm not sure. Obviously, Russell Wilson can't create the plays that Justin Fields can create on the ground. But now we are hoping and assuming that those plays on the ground that Justin Fields is making is going to be compensated with plays over the air, in the air, that Russell Wilson is going to make. Of course, now we point to the wide receiver room, and it's been lacking. We've missed out on Devontae Adams. We've missed out on Brandon Ayuk. We've missed out on every single wide receiver trade that's happened. We've missed out, what's his name, Amari Cooper, but we were never going to get Amari Cooper because the Cleveland Browns, they suck, and they wouldn't trade with a real team like the Pittsburghsteelers, so they'll send them to Buffalo or whatever to keep them out of the division because they're scared, man. The Browns are scared. They're done. They're tanking the season. But yeah, we've missed out on a bunch of wide receivers, and so this team isn't exactly full of weapons, as you would say. You know, we do have big Connor Hayward out there, whatever that means. You know, we do have Connor Hayward out there catching passes a lot of the times, and we do have big old Van Jefferson out there, and big Pat Freiermuth, and big, you know, George Pickens. I guess George Pickens, we like George Pickens, but you know, the wide receiver room just isn't exactly like judgeable. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't exactly like this star-studded, you know what I'm like, Pro Bowl level wide receiver room. It's not. And so to judge the passing like from Justin Fields with this wide receiver room is a bit sus, but it is what it is. I still think Russell Wilson can and will be a better passer than Justin Fields, but that also doesn't mean that Justin Fields isn't going to get better. Everything I'm going to say in here, it's me kind of just coming down from the like mad state that I was, from the upset state that I was about this move. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I still do want Justin Fields to play. You know, nothing's going to change that. Mike Tomlin, Steelers, whatever you guys want to say, like, I'm upset about this, just like a lot of people out there are going to be upset about this. But I'm not ready to just completely give up the season, and I'm not ready to just pronounce Russell Wilson washed and ass now because like he hasn't played. Because I was someone on this channel who originally said, hey, Russell Wilson should be the guy. This is before the injuries and stuff. But yeah, Russell Wilson should be the guy. I believe he gives us the better chance to win right now. And so, you know, we will have to see how it actually turns out. But I am upset about it. I really am upset about it, you know, and I know a lot of you guys are too. But there's also a lot of Justin Fields haters out there, so they're just running amok. They're just getting their shit off, man. It was like Christmas to Justin Fields haters yesterday, man. And for no reason, mind you, for no reason. This just further adds to like the no context, the just state that Justin Fields has been put in, because like he goes to Chicago, they're garbage. He tries his best, and he gets shipped out for a new prize in Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pretty much wasted 2 to 3 years of Justin Fields' career in Chicago, and now he's in Pittsburgh, and he does well. He's doing his thing. He's damn near doing everything right. I'm not gonna lie. There have been some missed throws. I seen something that is like, there have been receivers open, and Justin Fields just like isn't. You know what I'm saying? He's not hitting them. He's taking off. He's taking a sack or whatever. You know. However you want to feel about that, because we've seen the separation charts. We've seen the live actual games of Calvin Austin and Van Jefferson, and Roman Wilson actually did play last week, but you know, he hasn't played much. But we've seen the charts. We've seen them create little to no separation. And so for this, like, open receivers have been there, like, all of a sudden now that Russell Wilson is starting. And yeah, Justin Fields, he's just been missing all these receivers. Like, for that take to come out, for that narrative to come out, it's a little sus. It definitely is a little sus, but you know, like, maybe, right? Maybe that has been happening. And I haven't heard of it until this whole news came out. All I've heard, like, has been Justin Fields has been good. Justin Fields is actually raising the bar at quarterback. Like, this is what I'm like, you guys are lying sometimes, man. And I don't know if I'm bugging here. Let me know. But I feel like you guys are lying. Like, to say Justin Fields has just been totally underperforming when we watch the games, and he has moments where, like, he excels. He's like the X factor player. If you've ever played Madden, when your players get in the zone, when they get in that grind, when they get in that mood, you can see they get like a ring around them and it's X. You know what I'm saying? That's for X factor player. That means they're in the zone. There have been a lot of plays this season that I feel like Justin Fields has done that, where he's like, once again, it's mostly running the football, right? It is definitely mostly running the football, which is, it's a talent. You have to be able to count it. We talked about Big Ben, how he was able to pump fake a lot. Like, we love Big Ben's pump fakes, but that is a stat. That is a trait, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what he has in his bag. Big Ben, what's his name? Big Ben. He was able to throw off defenders left, throw off defenders right. You remember with the pad that he was doing? That is a trait, right? And we love and respect that from Ben. But when it comes to Justin Fields and using his legs, it's just like, it doesn't exist. I know we hate the Ravens. I know we hate the Baltimore Ravens, but Lamar Jackson, another example of this. The guy, like, we're talking about his passing stats when he's literally having like 1,000 yards and like 10 touchdowns on the ground as well. Justin Fields has like 400 yards for us and 4 touchdowns on the ground himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is a running game that we haven't been able to get in the end zone with it. Najee Harris hasn't really been able to get it going outside of last week. Jaylen Warren's been hurt. Cordero's been hurt. Like, the Justin Fields is also like damn near our entire running game. But now it doesn't count. It doesn't count because Russell Wilson can maybe possibly potentially throw the ball a little bit better. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. I hear the frustrations out of Steelers fans. I think it is fucked up. We should let Justin Fields remain to start because we already know what we're going to get with Russell Wilson. I hate to do this in week 7? I still, you know, you guys have seen all the videos I've made. I still believe this team can compete. I still believe this team can get a playoff win. But it is hard for me to really believe and sit here and tell you guys that putting in Russell Wilson takes us over the top to win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And that, what is the point of switching the quarterbacks, especially given the context? Like, what is the state or what is the point of switching out these quarterbacks when you have a Justin Fields who potentially could be our quarterback of the future and right now is in like a learning year? What is the reasoning? What does it mean to like take him out and put in Russell Wilson, who is like 35, who probably maybe can play next year at the very most, maybe 2 years from now at the very most, but like we know what we're gonna get for him, or we know what we're gonna get from him. Like, what is the point for that? I have no idea, man. I really don't have any idea. Maybe Mike Tomlin sees it. Maybe the coaches see it. I just, it's hard for me to believe that. But at the end of the day, I am going to support Russell Wilson. I am going to support the Steelers. And like I said, it is weird. I'm upset about it, but I don't think it's totally doom and gloom. I don't think we're out of the season. I don't think we need to just give up. And I'm excited. I am excited to see Russell Wilson because at the end of the day, I was on this channel hyping him up. And like Justin Fields playing well doesn't necessarily change the fact that I've always liked Russell Wilson since, he's been a Seahawk. I've always liked this guy when he's been, playing football. And so like the kid in me, the teenager in me who watched that, the Legion of Boom team, like now we have Russell Wilson. I know we're far, far, far away from that. But it would be a lie to tell you guys that like I'm not excited to see Russell Wilson play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It would be a lie. But last thing, right? And this kind of goes to the point of how do I want to phrase this? This kind of goes to the point of like Russell Wilson was promised the job at the beginning, and then because of injury he lost it, and like now I guess he's getting it back. I don't know who needs to hear this, but ladies and gentlemen, we owe Russell Wilson nothing. We owe him no loyalty. Just like, and hey, I'm saying this because all the time players be leaving, and all the time, you guys know me, I take the player's side 99.9% of the time. Anytime there's a situation happening with the player contractually, you know what I'm saying? He goes, shit be going down in the NFL. But anytime situations happen with a player where it's like contractual agreements or like they're just getting benched and they're just getting traded left and right, like I typically take the player side, and that's why like, yeah, you got to get your money, you got to do what's best for you in your career because these teams will just trade you, right? They owe you no loyalty because they don't, right? They don't. And so for us to like be 4-2, Justin Fields be playing well, but like, hey, let's take out Justin Fields now and Russell Wilson because 9 weeks ago we promised him, hey, you'll be the starter, man. Like you'll do this. Like it's a little weird, and it's like it's Russell Wilson, not Cameron Hayward, who we were like off and on with trying to get this guy a contract extension. Not that. Not the countless players we've traded and gotten rid of. Not our boy, our favorite quarterback ever, 2021 Pitt ACC legend Kenny Pickett. We showed him no loyalty, man. Absolutely no loyalty. Now, Russell Wilson, granted, in his NFL career, maybe he's warranted more loyalty to him than Kenny Pickett has in his NFL career. But man, to the city of Pittsburgh, man, Russell Wilson don't hold a candle to Kenny Pickett. I'm not gonna lie. Like Kenny Pickett deserved way more loyalty than Russell Wilson in terms of just Pittsburgh, And even that, like I wasn't in the room. I don't know the actual conversations. I don't know if Kenny Pickett was actually promised the starting job or whatever. But I forget how it went down, but like he was promised a chance to compete, and then we bring in Russell Wilson, and it's like, yeah, Kenny Pickett, you have absolutely no chance to compete. But hindsight, Kenny Pickett could be 4-2 right now. Like this could be Kenny Pickett instead of Justin Fields, and if it was Kenny Pickett, I would be a little more egregious about this. I would be a little more upset, but that's just because I like Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? Big Pitt fan. But I like Justin Fields too, and I definitely am upset. I don't want this to be like I'm not upset, I'm not frustrated over this move if it does happen, because we still have to see how it goes. I am upset. I really think Justin Fields should be the guy still. I really think we need to just continue riding this out and seeing how much better he can get week in and week out, week in and week out. But this could ultimately prove to be good too, as Russell Wilson does come in. If we start winning as a team, if we start losing, then yeah, fire everybody, low-key. Like fire everybody, like because we tanked the season. We killed ourselves, like fire everybody if this doesn't work and we just start losing, right? But if we start winning, then Justin Fields can continue to learn. We got to get him back under a contract, but then next season, nothing is stopping Justin Fields from being our quarterback one, and we already know what we're kind of gonna get. We already know this guy can excel. We know he's not just a bum. We know, and especially too, like this is a team with no O-line, no wide receivers, a weird running game, and a good defense. We have a great defense, right? But other than that, like it's like Justin Fields is he's not relying on like a George Pickens who's like he's Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb or some shit. He's not relying on a crazy ass run game that's running for 200 to 300 a game. No, he is the run game. He is the guy providing these passes for these wide receivers in a wide receiver group that is creating no separation, right? Like this is Justin Fields is literally excelling, and so we know we're going to get this. And I assume learning from Russell Wilson, if he keeps his confidence high, if he doesn't just tank himself and like be like, oh, I'm going to a new team because here's another team that doesn't trust me. Here's another team that would rather just move on. Here's another situation where I did my best and it just wasn't good enough. Here's another, like If that happens, then that's really shitty. It is really shitty that it would happen, but I don't think it will. I think Justin Fields will stay down because he stayed down at the beginning of the season. He stayed ready. And I think, if Russell Wilson continues, if he comes out, if he plays the rest of the season, no matter where we go, Justin Fields, if he just locks in, I think he can be our guy, our quarterback of the future. And then Russell Wilson, if he wins a playoff game, I just don't know. What do we do, man? The more I talk, the more confused I get, because it's like, okay, if Russell Wilson wins a playoff game for us, then why can't he come back next year? Because we're the big Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. We are a big, like, I don't want to say mediocre. I don't want to say mediocrity, because there might be some Browns fans out there. There might be some fans of other NFL teams out there, and I don't want them to hear me tell the truth about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want this to stay between us Steelers fans, but we do tend to, rest in like just good enough, like we do tend to like be like, oh, we did pretty good. Here's another contract extension, like that is the kind of team that we are. And so Russell Wilson winning a playoff game could be kind of spooky for Justin Fields, but I want us to succeed, and I also want Justin Fields to succeed. And so how that happens, how we do both with Russell Wilson starting, I'm not exactly sure. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this all. But it's not the end of the world for sure. It's not the end of the world. Come off the bridge, get off the top floor. Like the elevator's working. You can just come right back down. You still, you got 3 more hours to work, man. Like just because you had this little thing doesn't mean work's over. You still got to go back to work. It is what it is. But calm down. Just calm down, everybody. But it is fucked up, and it is bullshit what's going on with Justin Fields. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I am going to be ending the video here. I made like 3 to 4 videos this past 2 days, so definitely check out the channel for some other content. Guys, like look at how stupid I look. This is for the real watchers out here. Like I feel like my goatee looks so dumb now, but like now, like if I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck it up too, and I'm gonna have to shave it, man. Like I don't want to do that. I didn't want to shave the beard, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look in the mirror and maybe it'll fix itself or something. Maybe I'll use a spell. It is October season. It's almost Halloween, so maybe something will happen for me. But anyways, I am gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a good day, a good Wednesday, hump day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.